Hello everybody at home. I'm back with our third series of lessons on the topic lines of symmetry. So I'm Mr. Wirtz and I'll be teaching you maths for P4 level. So we've talked a lot about lines of symmetry. We've defined what is a line of symmetry, and we've seen that there are lines of symmetry in a lot of things around us. And we saw that some of them have vertical lines of symmetry, horizontal lines of symmetry, diagonal lines of symmetry, and some of them may have more than one lines of symmetry. So let us see what we're going to do today. So today we're going to identify and draw lines of symmetry in two-dimensional shape. What do I mean by two-dimensional shape? Very good. 2D shapes or flat shapes. Example: circle, square, rectangle, triangle, pentagon, rhombus, kite, and so on. So you know your 2D shapes. You've been doing 2D shapes since you were in creche, and you did it in P2 and you did it in P3. Very good. So you know all your shapes. So let's continue. So what have we learned so far? So we go back on what we've seen. So we find symmetry in things around us. We saw that symmetry is the exact reflection or mirror image of a line, shape, or object that gets created. Lines of symmetry can be defined as the axis or imaginary line that passes through the center of the shape or object. And of course, it divides them into identical halves. Identical is a key word there. It must be identical on both sides. We also learned that lines of symmetry can be horizontal, diagonal, and vertical. Very good. We also saw this square in our previous lesson. Yes, a square has 4 equal sides. And because it has 4 equal sides, it has 4 lines of symmetry. And those lines of symmetry are shown to us by some dotted lines. Very good. How many lines of symmetry does it have? Yes, it has 4. You're right. How many of the symmetry line is vertical? Very good. Only 1. How many of the symmetry line is horizontal? You're right again. Only 1. How many of the symmetry line is diagonal? Very good. There are 2. Give yourself a big round of applause. You know all your stuff. Very good. That means you've learned a lot in the past 2 lessons. Now today, you will be the one doing the activity. So I will give you a worksheet, and you will try to draw lines of symmetry for the different shapes or objects given to you. And then we'll discuss and check the answers. Okay? Very good. Now it's your time to have a go. Can you draw a line of symmetry on each shape below? So I give you 3 minutes to do the activity. Use a ruler and a pencil so that your line is straight. Yes, a line of symmetry must be a straight line, not a curved one or crooked one. Yes. So when you're drawing your line, check your shape, ensure that you are drawing the right kind of line. Does this shape require a horizontal line of symmetry, a diagonal line of symmetry, or a vertical line of symmetry. Be very careful. Some of these shapes may have more than one line, but for today, I want you to draw only one. And then we'll see if we all draw the same kind of line. Very good. Now let's see the answers. One of the answers are not entirely correct. So I want to see if you can find which one. Let's see. Let us look at our different shapes and their lines of symmetry. Which one, the line of symmetry was not drawn correctly? Which shape? Can we notice it? Yes, it's the first shape. Very good. So the first shape is a rectangle. Can a rectangle have a diagonal line of symmetry? No. It can have a vertical line of symmetry or a horizontal line of symmetry. But a diagonal line of symmetry, if you fold it, will it fall exactly over each other? No, it will not. So please be careful when you draw lines of symmetry. Try and fold it and see if it falls exactly over each other to make sure your answers are correct. So, why do we need to learn about line of symmetry? Is there an importance? Do we need to learn about it? Will it help us in our everyday life to know about lines of symmetry? What are your different answers? Yes, it can help when you're doing map reading in geography. Very good. What else? It can help when doing other topics in maths, like coordinates and drawing through mirror images. Anything else? It can help in fractions also. Very good. Sometimes we are asked to have different types of shape. Yes. It can also help you to develop a sense of position of shapes and objects in your surrounding. Very good. So these are the different reasons why we learn the topic lines of symmetry. But there are many more. So today now we're going to try and draw another part of the shape through the mirror line. So we've seen different shapes. We've been able to draw the lines of symmetry using a ruler and a pencil, making a straight line to divide it exactly into two. But today I'm going to give you half of a shape. You need to be able to draw the other half through a mirror line. If you have a rectangular or square-shaped mirror, you can use that to help you see what your shape will look like on the other side. So let's take a look at mirror image. Can you try this one? So when we look at this shape, it is made up of two horizontal lines and one diagonal line. So the top line is how many squares away from the mirror line? 3 squares. Very good. The bottom line, how many squares is it away from the mirror line? 4 squares. And the diagonal line joins the top line to the bottom line. So when we draw on the other side, we must make sure we do it the same way. So the top line must be 3 squares away from the mirror line. And the bottom line must be 4 squares away from the mirror line. You can see the middle line is the dotted line in the middle of our square paper. Once you've drawn the top line and the bottom line, now with your ruler and your pencil, you join them with a diagonal line. Very good. This is what your picture should look like. Do you all have this design? Very good. Give yourself a big clap. So this is our last lesson on lines of symmetry. I hope you've learned a lot about lines of symmetry and that you can still go around your home and in your surrounding and find many more objects with lines of symmetry so that you can share them when you come back to school. So for now, goodbye and see you when schools resume. Thank you.